Hello, Christopher Boylan here from the Plantech Nuhaus Design and Build team. Today we are at Fitzroy Avenue looking at our new project. It includes a full home renovation and back two-storey extension with full planning permission. It's a mid-terrace home just located off Jones's Road, close to Crow Park, which you can probably see in the background there. It's a quiet area. It's a period building, so it has the classic period issues with dampness, electric plumbing upgrades and the standard renovation works. We'll walk through the building now and go through room for room, give you a better understanding of how the site is working out and progressing, some complications we're having, and show you the structural supports and site strip out. Let's go on through. So immediately you can see it's a major renovation. There's very little left of the original house. The whole building is stripped out now to the skeleton party walls, and front facade is all that's retained. The steel is in at the back wall of the house. We have a full engineered goalpost frame, 203 46 kg beams, both columns and heads, and we've also got that replicated on the upper level bedrooms, so double goalpost. There is an existing attic space which we're not converting or renovating as part of this brief, but we're just focusing on the two-storey extension. And all of this floor will be removed for a new insulated concrete floor slab. The original joists, the crew have exposed everything here for the team to look at. It's difficult at visual survey to understand exactly what's happening behind walls, and especially with period buildings, we don't really know exactly the current situation until we open it all up. And this can have a budget increase impact on our clients, but we know from experience to allow for this as part of a contingency. You can see there's a timber lintel in place and a timber post support, which is relatively okay, but the engineers have opted for caution and preferred for a new steel post and frame, which are going to fit. For the moment it's okay, it's supporting the first floor joists. All of that will be also replaced. You can see, if you pan up there, you can see the condition of the original ceilings, and typical of a period structure, rotting, specifically over where the old bathroom location was. Years and years of leaks and build-up. The timbers are really bad in that corner. So all of this first floor ceiling joist will be replaced with a new timber system, fully plasterboard skimmed and painted decorated. Ground floor being removed. The old suspended ventilated floor will be removed for a new concrete insulated floor slab. Decorations and new windows. Internal dry lining. We're going to keep the front brick facade with some new pointing. The new extension area will involve a kitchen, dining, family space. I can walk through this area here with you and show you briefly at the back. On the back elevation you can see the house is mid-terrace and it has some complications, which is building up against existing neighbours and party wall extensions. On the left we have a two-storey original existing bathroom return extension. On the right then we have a classic 1980s flat roof extension with some torch on felt. That extension is already coming apart. We're stepping inside and we're away from that, but building next to it obviously has complications, so that's an engineer's detail and method statement. We have to make that wall good and repair it, make sure it's fully flashed and safe, and our own foundations, which will be poured next week. Next to that, we don't want to undermine any of the wall or party extensions, so that's full engineer's involvement. We can have a look at that in the next episode. This area here was a block shed. It was built onto the back of the Irish rail line. You can see the huge retaining wall there at the back of us. Some Irish water trains passing through here, which we have to overcome with a long planning process and some Irish water involvement there. So working with their engineers, we're going to make sure all of that is retained, not affected, and that main sewer line is retained and not damaged in any way. So the guys are digging slowly to locate that and survey it, the invert levels, and make sure our foundations are not clashing with that. So at the next episode you'll see more of that opened up works and groundworks happening, including foundations and drainage. So the two-storey extension, the low level is obviously deeper and wider, but the upper level is out about 2 meters. Here you can see the skeleton of the house, and it's fully opened up at the back, and the red steel frame supporting both the party walls, the roof structure, and all of the joists at the moment in place. Nobody really likes to see their house in this condition. It's a bit daunting, but it's a good opportunity for people to understand what's involved with a main deep retrofit renovation and remodelling. Or anybody that thinks they can stay in the house during the works or for part of the works, it's just impossible. It's not safe, we don't allow it, but also you can just see it's just not possible with water, power, heating being off, and then it's a building site, there's traffic, materials, and all sorts of other issues and deliveries here on a daily basis, so it's just uninhabitable at the moment. Walking up the stairs, we'll have a look at the upper levels, but this will give you a better idea also of the existing electrics and gas meter systems, all which are being upgraded. The old meters, all of that's going to be stripped out, decommissioned. And some of the old structure you can see here, but behind layers and layers of wallpaper, plaster, and again, typical of period buildings. Issues with lintels, internal bricks, pointing, mortar, so all of that will be made good. Actually, the lintels here are not even concrete, they're timbers, spanning timbers on the inner leaf and brick on the outer leaf. So all of that's made good now with the new remedial works. Let's have a look upstairs. So on this level here you can see the original wall plate and the new support, which is the 203 beam and column goalpost. That's supporting the whole roof structure. It's also supporting up against the party walls and boundaries. Again, this is something that most of our clients do not see, but it's hugely important for budgeting and for structural integrity of the building. It's usually covered up on completion, and it's not part of the decorative finishes like your kitchen and large open plan and glazing details that you see when you walk into your home, but this is really important, and a lot of budget goes against that. You can also see the props and acros that are being held up here. Even though the steel is in place and supporting the structure, the joists that are sitting on the steel, if you just look down below there, you can see the old bathroom level. They're really bad and they've been rotting away for over time. They're in a worse condition than the rest of the joists. So the props and acros are actually holding up the floors. Some of them are bearing on the steel, but not all of it. So that's going to be all fully replaced, and then we can remove those acros. Moving over here, you can see some of the anchor tiles that the engineers have specified, your bolts and welds. And you can also see the overbarge here, which is not centered, it's skewed off center. It's something that's typical with period buildings also. Again, the original slates are generally okay. They're going to be replaced locally and definitely cleaned. Any of the flashings that need to be made good around the chimney breast or around the skylights, we can look at that. And some pointing around the main chimney breast. Windows, insulation, plaster skim, new flooring and a new bathroom upgrade. In general, the first floor is okay structurally. We're going to obviously have a tie in between here and the new two-storey building, which will be a new flat roof. So a new flat roof, be fiberglass, is going to come in here. It's a nice detail that we can look at on our drawings and share that with you, where a flat roof meets a pitched roof. So on the next episode we'll look at that in more detail. For today that's it. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and follow us on all of our social platforms and visit our showroom at Ballycoolan, Dublin 15, Plantech.ie and Nuhaus.ie. Thank you and see you soon.